Welcome to the next session on linear equations. In this session, we will be doing challenging sums. These challenging sums, you have to get yourself trained so that your skills improve. You will be able to do any sum on any situation, you will be able to solve. Okay. So this is also part and parcel of your preparation for the exam. So please, you have to learn it. We have taken one such sum. The ages of two friends, Ani and Baiju, differ by 3 years. Ani's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani, and Baiju is twice as old as his sister Kathy. The ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. Find the ages of Ani and Baiju. This is the question. Okay. Now this sum has got connection between the 4 different people, or the ages of 4 different people are compared. So we have to slowly eliminate to get 2 equations and solve it. Okay. So that is the aim. That is how we should do it. Okay. Now here we can have the 4 Ani, Baiju, then Ani's father Dharam, and then Baiju's sister Kathy. We can have like this. Now the first comparison is Ani and Baiju differ by 3 years. Suppose if we have Ani as X and Baiju as Y. So first you have to find out who is elder in this, Ani or Baiju. See, Y minus X, if you start assuming that, it may be or may not be right. X minus Y, if you start writing that, again may or may not be right. So slowly we will sort out one by one. Okay. Now Ani's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani. So Ani's father's age is 2x. He is twice as old as Ani. So I have put like that. And Baiju is twice as old as his sister Kathy. So Baiju is twice the age of his sister Kathy. Therefore, Kathy's age will be Y by 2. Are you getting it? So Ani is the son of Dharam. Therefore, we have got the comparison for Ani's age and Dharam's age as X and 2X. And the comparison for Baiju, twice as old his sister Kathy. So, Y by 2, this is the first assumption. The ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. So, 2x minus y by 2 is equal to 30. That is the first equation. Now, let us try. Ani and Baiju differ by 3 years. So, we can try like this. X minus y is equal to 3. We will try to solve and see whether you are getting the comparison correctly or not. So let it be equation 1 and then 2x minus y. That is, we have to balance 4x minus y by 2 here. That is equal to 30. So on comparison and balancing, we will get 4x minus y is equal to 60. Let it be equation 2. So the assumptions were little twisted, but the solving is easy. Now look at the equations. X minus y is equal to 3. 4x minus y equal to 60 means we can write the equations once again as equation 1 and 4x minus y is equal to 60 as equation 2. So if you subtract, automatically these equations will get cancelled. So sign changing. So this becomes 3x, minus 3x. And then this becomes minus 57. This minus and minus, make it positive. You will get x is equal to 19. 57 by 3. Both the negatives will get cancelled. So the age of Ani is 19. And then Baiju, x minus y is 3. Therefore, 19 minus y is equal to 16. So y is equal to 19 minus 3, which is equal to 16. Now sometimes we have to find the other ages also. So what is Dharam's age? It is twice of Ani's age. So Dharam's age is 38. 19 twos are 38. What about Kathy's age? Half of Kathy's age. You will get y by 2 is equal to 8. So the equations are correctly done, correctly matched and correctly solved. Okay. So here you can write Ani's age, and which is asked, which is equal to 19, and Baiju's age is equal to 16. Dharam's age is equal to 38, and Kathy's age y by 2, that is 16 by 2, 18. These are the answers. Now let us do another sum which is also slightly different from what you had been doing all this time. Okay. There are two people and both they have got some money, and the conversation goes like that. One says, give me 100 friend. I shall become twice as rich as you. So my possession will be twice that of your possession if you give me 100. That is the first case. Further, the other one replies, if you give me 10 from your contribution or your money, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. So I will become 6 times as rich as you. Tell me what is the amount of their respective capital. This is the question. Okay. Please read once again. Rereading is very, very important in case if you are not able to understand. You take down the sum. One says, give me 100 friend. I shall then become twice as rich as you. The other replies, oh, you give me 10. I shall be 6 times as rich as you. Tell me what is the amount of their respective capital. Okay, shall we? Now, here let us take those persons as some A and B. At present, we don't know how much money they have with them. So, we just put A has X rupees and B has Y rupees. Now, what A says, give me 100. So, if B gives 100 rupees to him, the B's money will be Y minus 100. Correct? So, that is added to A means that becomes X plus 100. Alright? Are you understanding? If that is the case, what will happen? I shall become twice as rich as you. Who? Who will become twice as? A will become twice as rich as B. Okay, so what is the comparison? A will be X plus 100 will be 2 times Y minus 100. Are you understanding? This is the first situation. So, of course, we have to simplify the equation. Okay, we will simplify. So, let it be as it is. We will after considering the second situation, we will simplify the equations. Okay, are you understanding this? Next. Then the other fellow replies, so this is the first situation. So the second situation is B replies. What he says? What B says? B says, you give me 10. That is, from A, 10 has to be given to B. That means A's money will be x minus 10. You give me 10. Are you getting it? So x minus 10. This x minus 10, what will happen? So B will get 10 added up. So it is y plus 10. What is the comparison? I shall be who? Y plus 10 is going to be 6 times as rich as you. His y plus 10 will be 6 times this value. Therefore, 6 into x minus 10 is equal to y plus 10. Are you understanding? Now once again I explain. The conversation goes like that. You give me 100. So B gives 100 rupees to A. Money will be y minus 100. So the comparison is A will have more now. So x plus 100 is going to be 2 times of what B has. Got it? And then this B replies, you give your 10 rupees to me. If that is the case, A's money will become 10 rupees less. Correct? And that will get added up to B's money, namely y plus 10. The comparison is 6 times of this will be equal to y plus 10. Now we'll have a quick look at the equations once again. X plus 100 is equal to 2 into y minus 100. So what do we get? So x plus 100 is equal to 2y minus 200. Now 2y comes here. X minus 2y is equal to minus 300. This is your equation 1. What about equation 2? 6x minus 60 is equal to y plus 10. So 6x minus y is equal to 70. So these are the two equations which you have to solve. Now what am I going to do? I am going to multiply the second equation by 2 because I find that is the method convenient for me. Similarly, whichever method you are comfortable with, you can solve any of the 3 methods. Okay. So if you multiply the second equation by 2, you will get 12x minus 2y is equal to 140. This is the, after multiplying by 2, I am getting it as third equation. Okay. Now we have to cancel it. How do we cancel? 1 minus 3. So if you do so, what do you get? This becomes cancelled. So you will get minus 11x, and then you are changing the sign, that becomes minus 440. Therefore x is equal to 440 by 11, which is equal to 40 rupees. Are you understanding? Now we will substitute in any one of the equations to get the value of y. How do we do that? I can substitute here or anywhere. I am going to substitute here. So 6 into x, 6 into 40. So that gives you 240 minus y is equal to 70. Now minus y is equal to, this 240 goes to the other side. So 240 minus 70 gives you minus 170. Therefore, y is equal to 170. Now, what I have already told you, you cannot leave the answer as it is. So, the money A has is equal to rupees 40. And the money B has is equal to rupees 170. Now, how do we check your answer is right? The first A says you give me 100. So, from here if you take 100, this 40 will become 140, which is double of 70. And what is this fellow B is replying? You give me 10 from yours. So, from 40 if we give 10, he gets only 30. And then this fellow will have 180, which is 6 times the value of what A has. Correct? So our solutions are right. See, this looks, solution solving is simple, but assumption you have to clearly understand. If you are not able to read and understand once, you give a reading 2 or 3 times. And for online mode, you pause the video 2-3 times and read the sum properly and take it down in your notebook. That way you can read, understand and solve it, easily understand the assumptions. Then try to solve it by yourself, you will do it. In the next session we will be seeing few more sums with few more challenges. Thank you and wish you all the best, children.